So today's video, as you can tell from the title, is my winter wrap-up of all the books that I read in winter 2016. Now, the books that are featured, as usual, are the books that either haven't featured in a video yet or is not going to be featuring in a future video. So these are all the books that are left. So, as usual, all the books that I'm going to mention are linked down in the description bar below, so you can go and check them out if you want to. So the first book that I read in the winter was Jane Austen Life Portraits by Zena, name I can't pronounce, and Nina Crosford. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, but there we go. You can read that. This book was £12, and when I opened it I was thinking, this book is not worth £12. Now I've read it, this book is so worth £12. I absolutely love it. So it's only a little dainty book, but opening it up, it has beautiful end papers, and it's just a beautifully illustrated, well thought out way to tell Jane Austen's life. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is brief, it is concise, it's absolutely divine. I love it. Some pages even have kind of a double page spread of illustration. It's so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. After reading this, I put it down, reread it again. I ended up reading it 3 times in one sitting because I think it's absolutely brilliant and amazing, and I love it so much. I think it's incredible, and it's just inspired me to find out more about Jane Austen. So I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I love it so much. I think it's so beautiful and glorious, and here's a picture of Darcy to, you know, keep you going. The next book that I picked up was My French Whore by Jean Wilder. This was one of these books that I read something on Goodreads, and then Goodreads recommended this. And this tells the story of a man whose home life has gone a bit sour, and it's during the First World War. He ends up being a private soldier, and then he ends up falling for a French whore. It's about a love story. It's also got a bit of military problems in there as well. However, the writing was very simplistic. It's a bit too simplistic for me. I felt invested in none of the characters, and at the end, when I really should have felt something, I didn't. I felt zero emotional investment. The only emotional investment I felt was for her, and I can't even remember her name. So, you know, it was okay. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars because I didn't not like it, and I gave her the Goodreads rating. It was, for me, okay. Would I read it again? No. However, I do think this is suitable for people who do like that type of set in the war, romance, but with a little bit of bite to it. I think people would quite like this. I can see it being popular. It just wasn't for me. Then I read The Secret Adversary, which is the graphic novel version. I've also read the full-length novel, but that's coming in a future video, my review of this. I liked this. I'm very hit and miss with these because a lot of the time I think, oh, it doesn't look like who it's meant to look like, and it was a bit rushed, and I actually thought this was very good. The Secret Adversary is very different to Agatha Christie's usual kind of cosy crimes in the way that this one is very kind of political based, and it's, you know, it's getting involved with the government and things like that. So it's taking us out of our usual cosy crime and putting it into here. And I thought it was, you know, I thought this was well done for what it was. I mean, Tommy and Tuppence still annoy me, but I thought it looked nice, you know. I liked it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I liked it. If you haven't read it, read it. Next up, another graphic novel. This is Wonder Woman Volume 5, Flesh. Me and Wonder Woman have a very good relationship. Every single Wonder Woman that I've read, sorry about the shine, I've given 5 stars to because I've loved this, and this was no exception. This one is a little bit different from the others in the fact that there isn't too much fighting, but that is because the story is slowly building and building and building. And this one, we really see Wonder Woman come into her own. She's trying to refuse something, and in the end she realised she just has to do it because she's that type of person. She is a leader and she wants to save people. I really like Wonder Woman. I know some people aren't a big fan of the artwork, excuse me, But I really like it. I love this picture of Wonder Woman here. Look how like brawn she looks, muscular, like yes. I love her. I think she's brilliant. She's so inspirational as a woman. I just think she's incredible, and I love every single one of her comics, so I can't wait to read volume 6. And if you're wondering, I did give it 5 out of 5 stars. I can't remember if I mentioned that. Then I fancied a bit of a chick lit, so I picked up What's Your Number by Karen Bosnack. I picked this up because I really like the film. The film stars someone I can't remember and Chris Evans. Sorry, but I know that's Chris Evans. The plot is we have this woman, in the film she's called Ali, but in the book she's Delilah, and she thinks about the number of men that she's been with sexually, and when she gets to 20 she starts to go through her past lovers and boyfriends to see if kind of her one true love's kind of slipped through the net. This is one of the cases where the film is better than the book, okay? The film is better than the book. Bit of a shame, but it is. It was just a bit boring. There's something about it in this form which made it really unbelievable. However, on film, I actually could believe in the story. I don't know why. I just wasn't very invested in either of the characters really as much as the film. So, bit of disappointment. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. You know, it was okay. I didn't hate it. But the film's better. I'm sorry. Then I read the Jane Austen Book Club by Karen Joy Fowler. Lots of you have read this as well, because I hauled this and lots of you said that you've read this. Now, gonna be completely honest, I really enjoyed the bits where they were discussing Jane Austen books. The rest of it, I wasn't too bothered, you know. I love the idea of the Jane Austen Book Club. It sounds amazing. Have a group of people each month, pick a Jane Austen story and talk about it. Brilliant, fabulous, loved that bit. However, I found myself skim reading, you know, to the next Jane Austen bit, because it's not Jane Austen all the way through, is it, you know? And that bit disappointed me. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars because for me it was okay. You know, I really liked the Jane Austen bit. If it was a Jane Austen bit all the way through, it might have got a 3 or a 4 star rating, but with the rest of it, I just wasn't that invested, and it's a bit of a shame. But hey ho. And finally, the last book is Women at War 1914 to 1918. This is just a little picking guide. As you can see from my annotating, I actually liked this one. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought this was very good for what it is. You know, it's a small little guide. You read it in one sitting. If you are interested in learning about women's place during World War I and what they get up to and their home front, then this is a good one to pick up. The only thing I can say, and the reason why it's 3 star and not a 4 or a 5, is because I would have liked a little less of the picture images and a little bit more information about their day-to-day jobs, kind of a day in the life sort of thing. So what their typical day would have involved and what their job involved sort of thing. I would have just liked a little bit more of that. Other than that, I actually really enjoyed it, and I think this is a really good one to start with if you are interested in learning about women on the home front during the First World War. So there we have it. Those are all the books that I read in the winter time. I hope you enjoyed this wrap up. Please subscribe if you're new. It means the world to me, and I shall see you soon for our next video. So take care. Bye.